It's your boy Tony D2Y checking in once again. Tony Digital bringing back another 4K visual, back with another banger today, guys. Is Jorda Brand finessing us? Now, guys, with the recent news of Jorda Brand increasing its prices of Jordan 1s up to $10 next year, I sat back and just thought about Jordans in general. Since I started doing YouTube back in 2013, and the prices of increase on each and every year of Jordans, I sat down, I went and did a lot of research before I did this video on prices of this shoe, that shoe, the 11s that dropped each year, premium shoes that dropped over the years, and seeing the price, increase over time. And I wanted to break this thing down to you each and every year, starting from 2013 to 2019, and show you guys where everything went wrong. So guys, without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy some snacks, and let's get straight into it, man. Let go. So there's going to be two parts of this video. We're going to do the main part now, breaking down every year from 2013 till now, and then after that we're going to start at the very beginning of Jordans in 1985 and see how the price has went from then to now. You'll be surprised that Jordans have actually went down in price. It's a little crazy. As far as the retro and the releases, the prices have actually went up and down. So we'll talk about that later on in the other half of this video. In 2013 is where everything really started for me as far as coming on YouTube. And at that time, the Jordan 5 Grape had released, the Jordan 4 Toro Bravo had released. Also got the Jordan 13 Bread. At that time, there was a little bit of differences in prices. The Jordan 4 Toro Bravo, the Jordan 5 Grape, they were retailing at $160, while the Jordan 13 Bread had retailed for $170. You also had the release of the Jordan 1 Metallic, the Bread, and the Royals back then, and that price of ones was $140 back in 2013, which was crazy. $20 difference from now to then. You also had the Jordan 12 Taxi release, which was at $170, that matched up with the Jordan 13 Bread. So it seemed like Jordan Brand was messing with prices on different models. The 4 and 5s is $160. The 12, the 13s, the upper models, I guess, was $170. We also saw at that time the release of the Jordan 5 3 Lab 5, the Jordan 3 Lab 5. The retail on that was $225, which just stirred everybody up. It was like, what the hell? It's funny to know that a shoe like that, though, was going for $225 when we're paying $220 for shoes like the Breads that are coming up. A shoe like that now, you're asking at least $250 or more. But trust me, it gets even worse later on in there. We also seen a price increase of the Jordan 11 Gamma Blue that released later on that year for $185. So from your regular $160, $170, you had a $15 price increase for the Jordan 11. And you'll see that, throughout the years that is a very typical thing that happens. The Jordan 11 always costs more. However, for this jump, it was a little bit more significant back then compared to now. But that was 2013. In 2014, we saw all Jordans rise up to $170 and match, whether it was a 4, a 5, a 6, whatever. You had Jordan 6 Infrared, the Infrared and the Infrared 23 released, $170 for those sneakers. Like I said, Infrared 6 23 now, I think we'd be looking at around $225. It'd be up there. It'd be a little bit more than your regular $190. At least I think. You also had Jordan 10 Bobcats, and you also had the Jordan 14 Ferrari. Now, this was the first time we seen something of this type of sneaker. Real nice look, clean look to it. The retail on that shoe was $200. So when we saw that, everybody was like, what the hell? At that time, I already kind of knew what Jordan Brand was doing. Those slight price increases were going to at least eventually get into our pocket at full time. It was a part-time job. It was about to become full-time. With that Ferrari release, we saw them hit $200 flat for that, compared to the $170 we were paying for regular Jordans from the Jordan 10s and all that. So we saw a $30 price increase for a Ferrari 14. We also saw the Jordan 5 Lab 3 drop, and that retail price was $225. So once again, another premium, different type of shoe. That back then, the price for those type of crazy shoes that we see, like the ones we see now, we'll get to that, they were retailing for $225, and it's kind of stayed the same over the years. But $225 back then, when you were paying $170, it's like, what the fuck? And lastly, for that year, we had the Jordan 11 Legend Blue, the Columbia drop for $200. We also had the Pantone, but it dropped in the pack, which I think was $500 or something like that. But the 11 Legend Blue, the Jordan 11 at the time, did another $15 price increase. So the year previously, 2013, we saw all Jordans for 160, 170, and the 11 was 185. Then the next year, we saw it go up another 15. So we had a $30 price increase on Jordan 11s over the past 2 years back there. So as you can see, Jordan Brand was being a little sneaky. Was it the materials or was it the hype? We can kind of figure that out. It was the hype. Now, this is where everything went wrong. 2015. This is where the finesse happened. Jordan Brand finessed the hell out of all of us. I saw it coming from a mile away, from hundreds of miles away. I knew it. I already had mentioned it. I stated it in older videos. Maybe I can find a clip. I don't know. There was probably clips where I mentioned this several times. But the year 2015 was the year of the remastered. And that's where Jordan Brand flipped the script on us. We were getting Jordans at $170. The 11s were coming in at $200. But when the remastered series, the remastered year came around, it was Jordan Brand reaching in and getting better quality Jordans. And for better quality, we had to pay more better money. You feel what I'm saying? And then at that time, the retail on the shoes were $190. Jordan Brand was going to come and bring us OG colorways and OG shoes at their best OG look and the best quality on that. And they did not live up to that. Now, first shoe that dropped was the Jordan 4 Columbia. It retailed for $190. That shoe was pretty good. But the $190 brought us at a $20 price increase on Jordans. $20 jump over 1 year. Like that. You look back at $190, you look at 2013, retail in 2013, $160. Retail in 2015, $190. $30 price increase. Each year pretty much $10. And once again, 2013, we did see a lot of shoes going was $160, some was $170. And also, to follow that up, was a price increase on the Jordan 1s, which served for a $20 price increase. The Cyber Monday 1s had released back then. There was $160, and we saw them jump from $140 to $160. And now we know those are even going up again in the future. We got followed up with the Jordan 7 French Blue, which was a very, very bad shoe. If you ask me, the paint job was horrible. The craftsmanship, the remastered look to the shoe had nothing to do with it. That shit was not remastered. It was not a master. It was no Master Sensei. That was a white belt shoe. The retail on that was $190. The Jordan 10 Bulls over Broadway, $190. The Jordan Hair, $190. Then we got hit with the $220 on the Jordan 6 Maroon. This was back when Jordan Brand started putting Nike OGs on the back of shoes. They charged us an additional $30 for that Nike Air stamp on the back of the shoe. That was one thing that we boycotted as a whole, and I feel like Jordan Brand got the picture. And we'll see later on that they switched that shit up ASAP because we wasn't having it. And then later on in that year, we had the Jordan 11 72 and 10 that retailed for $220. Another Jordan 11 that, once again, we wasn't really having it. Where are these price points coming from? You feel what I'm saying? 2013, we had Gammas that were retailed for $185. 2014, we had the Legend Blues for $200. The following year, $220. So we went up an additional $35 from 2013 in Jordan 11s, at least for this model, and then 20 from the previous year. So we did 15 one year, then 20 the next year. It's getting crazy. Moving into 2016, a great year in sneakers for me. I liked a lot, I liked 2016. I did like 2015 as well, but it was finesse. But guess what? The remaster was last year. So can we get that 170 back, Jordan Brand? No, 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 no. The Jordan 4 Alternate 89 dropped, one of the first shoes of the year. It retailed for $190. We were not getting the remastered anymore, but we were still getting that remastered price. We followed that up with the Jordan 3 True OG, the True Blues, OG on the back. Those things hit us for a pocket of $220. But those things, nobody was copping that shit no more. They hit the outlets, did really horrible. For a great shoe, it did horrible as far as sales. Outlets, people were getting them for like $170, $150. I seen them going to $130 on some people. I don't know how, but it was going really, really bad when it came to that shoe. We were followed up with the Jordan 4 White Cement that had the Nike OG on the back for $220. We saw a lot of $220 Jordans. Jordan was testing the waters on us, seeing how we were going, how we were buying. That shoe sold out because of it being a Jordan 4 White Cement, just straight up. We also saw the Jordan 12 Master drop that year, and 190 once again. So we got from 170 to 190 in 1 year, and it stayed just like 190 after that. And we're pretty much at the 190 now. I wouldn't be surprised if we go up to 200. We're already kind of leaking into the 200s as we speak. One of the biggest cash busts, though, of that year was the Jordan 8 Championship Pack. The retail on these sneakers were $250. You got a special box with confetti and everything, and Jordan Brand busted our pockets for $250. However, we didn't really buy it, and these things hit outlets, and a lot of people were able to get them for $180. And to end the year off, we got one of the best shoes of all time, the Jordan 11 Space Jam. Jordan Brand, luckily enough, respectably enough, gave us that for $220. They probably could have really bust our pockets for $250 if you ask me. But $220, it stayed at that same price point from the previous year of the 72 and 10. We got a special box, and it was a dope shoe. I definitely like the Space Jam, and I love it. And we had embroidery on the back and all that. It was a really good shoe, really good release. And as much as I don't like the price point, I'm happy they stayed at $220 and didn't try to, bust our pockets anymore. 2017, we saw likes of the Jordan 4 Motorsport. We saw the Jordan 4 Pure Money. We saw the Jordan 1 Royal, the Jordan 13 Cherry. All the shoes back then were retailing at $190. There was nothing different about it. However, we did see some premium shoes released then. That was the Jordan 5 Take Flight, the Jordan 5 Premium Wine, and those things retailed for $400. Jordan Brand once again dipping in, trying to test the waters and seeing how much we're willing to spend when it comes to quality. Those shoes, to me, were somewhat of a bust as far as that price point, because I was able to get the Jordan 5 Take Flight on discount for like $240 at a outlet store. So I got it for like 50% off. For $250, $240, great shoe. For $400, hell no. We did see the Winlight 96. We also saw the Winlight 93, I believe. The 211s that had dropped, the all red one, then the white and navy one that dropped that year, and the retail on those was $220. Winlight 82, correction. And then in 2018, last year, we saw the Jordan 1 Shadow drop. We saw the Jordan 3 Cement with the Nike OG on the back. Guess what though? They brought that thing down. Jordan Brand, why did you bring down your True Blue 3s that were $220? Why'd you bring it down to $200 on a black cement? The black cement is way better, way more hyped than a True Blue 3. Was it quality? Or was it niggas wasn't spending that extra $20, so you knew we gotta bring this thing down? I don't know. You guys tell me, because it gets a little funny when it comes to that. The Jordan 3 black cement retail for $200 flat. They charged a little $10 extra, but it made everybody go out and buy the shoes. Probably one of the biggest shoes sold that year. Well, you also had the Concords, but we'll get to that later. But it was a very big shoe, and they respected it, and they knew that we weren't playing with that bullshit. Jordan 13, he got game, 190 as well. Then we had the Jordan 4 Levi collection that dropped in different colors. That was $225. We saw that back then, like I said, back in the day, the Jordan 5, the Jordan 3 Lab 5 was going for $225 way back then. Now we compare a Jordan 3 Lab 5 to a Jordan 4 denim, and you can see the difference. They're both real good quality, but that 3 Lab 5 had like a little bit more into it. It had leather all in it and everything. So you could just only imagine how much that would cost probably nowadays. However, the denim was dope, $225 on that, respect. Price point, not really, but respect. And then lastly, for the Concord, we got $220 for that. No special box. OG retro style box, but no special box. $220, Jordan 11 Concord. Then, 2019, we're here. We're finally here. We seen retro releases with Nike Airs all on the back. Infrared. We saw the Jordan 4 Bread as well. Nike Air on the back. $200, no problem. Well, it's a $10 increase. 190 and 200 really ain't really much for us to notice, but it is $10. It is a $10 increase. Shit. Jordan 1 Travis Scott, $175 on that. We also got that. We had the Jordan 11 Low Snakeskin, $185. So Jordan 11 Lows are costing the same price as Jordan 11s back in 2013. You got Jordan 5 Michigan PE. Still got that shoe. That thing retail for $225 for a slightly premium type of sneaker. For the most part though, cool grade 4s, $190. $190 is still the price point for main Jordans. Anything with a slight bit of hints on it, Nike Air, they're gonna jump it up a little $10 price point on us. And then you got releasing this year the Jordan 11 Bread, $220 OG box, and it is what it is. So as you can see, for the past 4 years, the prices have not increased pretty much as far as regular Jordans. Since 2015 and now, they have been $190. But from 2013 to 2015, a lot changed in that little bit of time. In those 3 years, Jordans have went up basically $30. It's kind of crazy, but we got to pay attention because you see they went up and down. OGs with Nike on the air were here and there and went up and down, up and down. It was just like a lot of confusion. Well, they're starting to get a little bit settled, but at the same time, you never know with this price increase on the Jordan 1 now going to 170. What is going to happen to the regular Jordans? Are they all going to be 200 now? Pay attention because it's coming again. Is Jordan Brand finessing us? I don't know, man. You let me know. Now, we're going to go through this real quick on the second half. We're going to break down each and every shoe released from Jordan Brand and its original price point. Let's make sure we calculate, because some of these shoes are going to be going for $200, but what you get for that $200 is way different than what you get now for $200. So that's it. We have the computer here. I got it right here. We're going to pull it up, man. We're going to sit like an old man, drink my coffee, and break it down really, really quick. Lego. The Jordan 1 released in 1985. The original price point for that was $65. The Jordan 2 released in 1986, $100. So a big increase. The Jordan 3 released in 1988, $100. Jordan 4 released in 1989, $110. The Jordan 5 released in 1990, $125. The Jordan 6 released in 1991, $125. The Jordan 7 released in 1992, $125. The Jordan 8 released in 1993, $125. The Jordan 9 released in 1993, $125. The Jordan 10 released in 1994, $125. The Jordan 11 released in 1995, $125. The Jordan 12 released in 1996, $135. The Jordan 13 released in 1997, $150. So we saw a little price increase. Jordan 14 released in 1998, $150. The Jordan 15 released in 1999, $150. The Jordan 16 released in 2001, $160. And this is where we start getting funny. You're going to start seeing the prices going up and down. The Jordan 17 released in 2002. Original price was $200. So we're getting that now. But guess what you got with $200 back then? You got a suitcase, a goddamn CD. You got different tread marks on your soles. You got a whole bunch of shit for $200. You got a lot for that $200. Nowadays, you can get a damn box, and that's about it. You don't even get a damn retro card for that $200. But goddamn. Jordan 18, $175. Jordan 19, $165. So you saw a price drop, $10 on that. The Jordan 20, $175. The Jordan 21, $175. The Jordan 22, $165. The Jordan 23, $185. So the Jordan 8 in 2008 was the same price as Jordan 11s in 2013. The Jordan 2009 was $190. The Jordan 2010 was $170. The Jordan 2011 was $180. So as you can see, in 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, that price was $180. Is basically what we're paying now. I don't know what you would say that the shoes are better now. I feel like, they definitely look better. But remember these price points from 2009 to 2012 because they're $190, $180 what we're paying now. But I think you get more for that as far as like the 34s and shit. I think they're better than these shoes. The Jordan 28, $250. God damn. No wonder they didn't do well. The Jordan 29, $225. The Jordan 30 was $200. The Jordan 31 dropped it back down $15. We weren't paying that motherfucking money. Y'all kept trying to test us. We weren't paying that. The Jordan 31 was $185. The Jordan 32 was $185. The Jordan 33 was $175. So you saw a price and drop. And now we got the Jordan 34, which will be retailing for $180. So as you can see, shoes are retailing for $180 now. Back in 2009, they were retailing for $180 as well. But these are just the new releases. We're not talking about the retros. The retros were going all crazy back then, But majority of the time, I think back in high school, they were going for like $140, and they started going up more and more and more. And now we see that they're just going up and up. You feel what I'm saying? So when I looked at it, at first I always said it was inflation. But now looking at it, man, this ain't no goddamn inflation. This is just money. This is just straight. Get what you can, get what you want. You call what you want. You feel me? So, yeah. I hope that was a good information for y'all. So, yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you want to have more talking, more discussion videos, let me know, and I will keep these things rolling. This was a very dope video of mine to go in and actually just do some history and do some background checks on this and look at this stuff. And we saw, that 2015 was a year of finesse. Thank you, Jordan Brand. We love you. Not really. But it's your boy Tony D2 Wild. I'm checking in. I'm checking out.